Out of box.
Okay. That's not fair answer. That's not reasonable answer. That's not truth.
काम पे इतना प्रेशर है तो बिहेवियर को कंट्रोल करने के लिए
You are not telling me the truth.
नहीं सर.
No, ask yourself. I'm not blaming anybody. When I speak openly, I don't blame anybody. Where is the compulsion? The why theory. The compulsion is why theory. Why you are here? Did you realize? She said the truth. Because there is an order. If you don't come, the VC will take an action. So you have compelled yourself and your mind to act in a manner so that you do the job. You get the answer? That means anytime you can train your mind what is to be done, what not to be done, will be decided and dictated by the circumstances. You are here today because there is an order. Even Jamna wouldn't have come. And still lot of people have not come. Those who were sincere and needed a job have come. The why theory says that the compulsion and how strongly you compel your mind to do a job decides what you do. You have compelled yourself to be here, is it not? I didn't compel you. I didn't. You compelled yourself mentally that you have to be better there. And if you are not there, there are problems. There could be. There will not be is another issue. And you compel in many circumstances yourself to do a job, even if it is not healthy, even if it is bad. Even if it is bad. Alcohol, smoking, gutka. Because we have not compelled our mind so strongly to leave it, we continue to do a job, even a bad job. If we compel to do a good job, we continue to do that. Your own way of thinking decide how you behave, how you work, how strongly you feel decides the way things go. I decided one day to walk into MBA, stand there for 2 days, standing there because the lady faculty were complaining, the boys out there are teasing them. Girls were complaining, I stood there, I decided I'll better stop it here. So I stood there for 2 days and the matter is once for all over and closed. So how strongly I feel about a situation or about a person or about a life decides what I will do. So it's my mental state. And that is called the why theory. WH1. That is called why theory. You ask yourself a question, why should I go there? What is the need? But you asked a question yourself, there could be consequences if the why is not answered properly and if people don't come. So any situation, how strongly you look at yourself, your circumstances, and how strongly you resolve to act. I resolved to act and go there and stand MBA. I did the job. Because I resolved, I have to stop it. If you don't resolve strongly, you can never do any job. This is the situation because the mind decides. Is it not? मैं आकाश में शाम को जब देखता हूँ, what do you see in the night? On a moonlit night, you see a lot of stars. Is it not? Everybody sees that. But when I look down, I see mud. I feel happy seeing the stars. I feel bad seeing the mud and dirt. The mind resolves what is good, what is bad. So I have a story to tell. Two people traveling together met an accident. They were on a mobile. not from Sage University, they were from Medicaps. I don't want any of my colleagues to be having an accident. They were traveling together and they met an accident and both of them reached the hospital and were in the hospital. One person was very deeply injured, the other was a little less injured. One person could not at all get up while the other person could a little bit rise and see outside the window. The one who could see outside the window, every day he'll say, oh, look at it. There's a beautiful river. The swans are moving in that river. The Asian birds are coming. The flowers are blossoming. The other fellow who could not get up was so jealous, he felt so bad that this man can get up and see beautiful things while I am lying on the bed. But what happened one night, the man who was able to get up started coughing badly and he choked himself and he died. Morning he was found to dead. This man who was watching that he is choking did not press a bell to call the emergency and the nurses. He thought, let him die. He is able to see every day beautiful things in life. I am unable to see. So after he was dead and his body was taken away, next day, after 2-3 days, he told the nurse, can you pull my bed towards the window so that... She said, no problem. And the bed was pulled to the window. And he gathered the courage to see outside. Outside there was nothing. Outside there was just a warehouse with empty walls. There was nothing. He called the nurse, said, what the hell, what happened? It used to be a river and lot of birds chirping there out there. He said, there was never a river. It was always like a warehouse and there was nothing. The person was good, he saw in everything good things. And the one who is bad sees everything bad in the good things. Your mind tells you what is good. Does it not? We continue to deal with a lot of bad things because we do not resolve strongly enough and tolerate many of the bad things which we should not. For example, if my lady colleague teachers had a problem in the business management department by the student, the resolution was not good enough from your side that you could take out your shoe and hit him. If I were you, I would have done it. Because the resolve was not that good. Am I right? Those who are from business management. Anybody? You know, lady faculty. I mean, I know you at least. Others, I don't know. Ritu Joshi, I know very, very well. Now, lot of time, the resolution fails. I resolved, I failed. But look at a small child who is in the physical intelligence state. He each time gets up and walks, learns walking. We fail, how do we come over it? Any answers? How do we come over the problems we are having? You have made an attempt 5 times. I want to be the world famous champion of swimming. What I have to do? Practice and practice and practice. I became Vice Chancellor. I am not born Vice Chancellor. I was a small kid. I was not born as a Vice Chancellor. The practice made me Vice Chancellor. Nothing else made me. How strongly I resolved on issues, how strongly I felt on the issues, how strongly mentally I was connected with the issue, that means I am engaged. So I have a story to tell. Where you are engaged in your mind decides what happens. So I had a car, one day I was driving my car. When I took my car, the hand gear was there. Without realizing that there is a hand gear is on, I started accelerating my car. It was not moving at that speed I wanted to. And I continued to press the accelerator, keep on pressing. There was a screeching sound also from the tire and also a beep beep coming. I could not realize for a long time what has happened. The consequence could be the brakes may melt, the consequence could be engine may fail, the consequence could be the tire may get burnt. These are the three possibilities. So what is the effect of an engagement? I am engaged in a bad conversation, my emotional mind is bad. I am engaged in bad conversation with somebody, my emotional mind is bad. Because I have engaged my mind in bad things. It is the engagement which decides what is the state of your mind. If you continue to say the VC is bad, you will keep on feeling bad. So simple. And VC would never know that you are telling me I am bad. I would never know. But you will be spoiling your emotional state of mind, getting jittery, your body will get into illness state. So your mind's engagement, either in a bad things, or in the past, or in the future, is bad for mental health. The tire example I gave, the car example, that if you are engaged badly somewhere, in a bad situation, in a bad way, in bad circumstances, you have to realize you are in a bad state. The best thing is to, anytime, what you have to do is disengage. Your thought has gone to an event 20 years back which was bad. I always cite in my home, in the train, 2 lakh rupees worth of gold jewelry was taken away by the thief. Remembering that is a pain because I am engaged to that theft. But forgetting that theft, I get disengaged. So I am happy. How strongly you resolve decides. Because mentally you have to be free to be doing it. If you can't become mentally free from your past, from your future, from the event, from the circumstances, you can never be happy. I have learned a different way of being happy at 4:30 when all of you are signing, and if I am also going away, my tie will be out, my music will be on, I am forgotten everything what has gone the whole day. I am just disengaged. I will drive out to Rao, I will drive out to Manpur, forget everything. I am disengaged. Continuing with that in my mind, if I continue at my home or talk to my husband, this has happened, that has happened, your even home is polluted by the office. Your home is also, those who are married, you are polluting your husband's mind also. Or people, males are polluting their wife's mind also. That this has gone wrong, that has gone wrong. So the moment you are out in bus or in car, disengage yourself. Disengage from everything. Engage only yourself. See, your car is free from all troubles. Your mental, emotional, psychic state is free. Those who are unable to do that, the whole day suffer. Next day suffer, they suffer at home. Well, the suffering is actually not there. The suffering is not there. If I shouted at Nema, he would start worrying every whole day that tomorrow VC is going to throw me out. Is it really true? No. No. You acquire a lot of mental states which are not true. And I call simply learn to delete. Learn to delete, disengage. Disengage from the circumstances, disengage from the troubles, and disengage from the attachments you have. You are attached to something in the past, that is why you have problem. You are attached to some past, which might have been bad. But the problem is not that something was bad. The problem is you are attached to that. You are engaged with that. You fight with your husband or wife saying you were like this because you are quoting the past circumstances. Present circumstances are different. I lived for a long time in Dehradun, and you know Himalayas are the places of learning and worship with lots of rishis. And as it is, I was trained in a spiritual path from a very renowned one. So there was one rishi, very well renowned rishi living in Himalayas in jungle, and the whole village came to know that he is very learned and he has siddhis, he can do anything. So the whole villager started going, but he refused, he will not tell his siddhi, he will not tell the mantra he has. But one person like me said, no, you have to tell me, I will not leave this place. He said, no, I have nothing. Rishi said, not Rishi Nima. Rishi said, I have nothing. He said, no, I will not leave this place. What you know, what you have, you must tell me. I want to be your disciple. I thought, what to do about it? This man is not leaving me and he is creating problem for my basic living also. He said, okay, now I tell you. It is simply Om Mantra. But when you get home, the only condition is you should not see or remember monkeys. You should not think in your mind about monkeys. I said, very good. Well, you will be successful in this siddhi and acquire a lot of power and wisdom if you continue to recite this every day, but without thinking of monkeys. So you said, thank you very much, I will do that and get back to you. When he was going back, he suddenly encountered that there is a monkey behind. When he turned, there was no monkey. Right? So he reached his home. Finally, he reached home. He decided that he has come and walked all the way. And first thing he must do is take a bath. So he went into the bathroom. Was thinking, taking bath. He said, Rishi said, I should not think of monkeys. Outside the bathroom there was a window and there was a garden. He thought there was a monkey. This continued all day in his life. He was sitting for worship. He thought he will not think of monkey, but he was thinking of monkey. So our brain is monkey. Our brain is monkey. It keeps on thinking of monkeys. All the time it keeps on thinking of monkeys. The brain has monkeys. Just thoughts coming every second, there is a monkey. It's not real. The monkey is in the mind because you have 4 brain waves. Mind cannot ever stop thinking. Only the intellect, the vivek, the buddhi can stop this. There is no way that you can stop thinking. Just no way. Because mind is monkey. It has 4 brain waves. I'll talk of only the 2 important brain waves and then explain you what really happens. Beta waves is the alert state you are and I am.
right now talking to you, I am in high beta state, you are in beta state. Somebody behind in the last might be in the alpha state, sleeping and drowsy. Somebody? Yes. Somebody is looking at the mobile in drowsy state. And then delta and theta waves when we go to the bed at night. And sometimes I go to gamma state, which is very high activity, but that is spiritual activity, where you are out of this world. But that's only in some people and rare activity. So there is no way that you can be not monkey. And that is what the biggest problem starts. So now I come to another question: how to stop this monkey? Because the whole of your problem is your thought. वो ऐसा कह रहा था, ये हो गया, वो हो गया, वैसा हो गया, ये परेशानी हो गई, ऐसा हो गया, मेरा बच्चा भाग गया. We are monkeys. But somebody tell me, why do you go to temple? Why do we go to temple? Whatever you worship, Jainism, Hinduism, Brahmanism, or Muslimism, or Christianism, but you go to some temple. Once in a week you celebrate Diwali, you celebrate Holi, you celebrate Christmas. Why? Has anybody seen God? We always praise our God. We praise anybody and everybody who is dead, whom we have never seen, who is not alive. But we do that. But why do we go to temple? Is it the dharma you have? Somebody give me a logical answer. Why do we go to temples? Yes, please.
To get detached from the world.
Detached from the
Or to get some peace of mind.
detachment, you become sadhu and a moksha, or you become a rishi, rishi nima.
For some time we can get away.
What does this mean? Since you can never stop being monkey, to get out from the monkey state, I have to find other engagement, another attachment. Many times somebody will find attachment in the form of a boyfriend or a girlfriend or a ex-girlfriend. Right? That's engagement. Too much attached. But object thinking is to get out of every problem. Why we get out of every problem? Because we are concentrating only on something which doesn't exist, as far as reality is concerned. I am a Hindu believer in God, but you go there forgetting your alpha state, beta state, delta state, gamma state, and your monkey mind stops thinking of the problem you have in the Sage University, because you are concentrating on Almighty God. So, what is the best practice as a professor, as a teacher, or as a person you must adopt? To get out of your mental engagements, how you disengage yourself will bring back your happiness. You are troubled in the morning because something bad happened at home, your relative was in hospital, or somebody, your HOD shouted and you felt bad. How to disengage yourself? Anybody can suggest me anything? I am telling simply the ways how to live a meaningful life. I live that way. Yes, sir.
So one of the ways is to think that like Dr. Moge is a person and Dr. Moge is an employee. These are two different things. I am not the job. I am different person, my job is different person. So if I carry myself as a person at home and I don't carry myself as a sage person at home, it makes all the difference.
It makes the difference. Definitely, somebody other day said, I asked somebody, who am I? कोई बताएगा मैं कौन हूँ? Everybody will say he is Vice Chancellor. I am not Vice Chancellor. The moment I get out of this building, I am Ravindra Bhardwaj. And even I am not Ravindra Bhardwaj, my childhood's name was some Chintu Pintu something. I'm not even that. Some name I must have also have had, which I don't know. I don't want to tell you. I know that. I very well know that because you will start calling me by that in your private conversation. Huh? No, something. This is not definitely Chintu Bindu. You have to learn to disengage. Disengage from around, circumstances, thoughts, the monkey thoughts you possess. Otherwise, you will be whole day in tense state. At least, I will say that when you get out at 4:30, that time at least become free. In inverted comma, you are not assistant professor, Sage University, associate professor, Sage University, or vice chancellor, Sage University. Get out of that. And don't worry about so many things. So once Lord Shiva was told by Mata Parvati, what are you doing right now? Let us go to earth. I am good at telling stories. He said, where? He said, let us go to Bombay Bay Area, Colaba, Nariman Point, where there are more educated people, learned people. He said, all right, let's go to Nariman Point, Bombay, Colaba area, big area, sea in the front. So they were walking both together, they were walking hand in hand. And Nandi was also there. Because Nandi was part of their life. People looked at, they said they are stupid, they have a Nandi and they are walking. So both of them sat down on Nandi, hearing this. Some environmental activist and animal lover said then, they are cruel. They sat down on animal and two of them. So they changed the road and Lord Shiva got down. Some other people saw that scene. So male chauvinist said, what the hell, the women is sitting on the Nandi and the male is walking? What is this? So Lord Shiva got down. He said, Mata Parvati, you go and sit. When Mata Parvati sat down, the male chauvinist said, bad. And when Shivji sat down, people said, what the hell? In modern times of women liberation, the lady is walking and the male is on Nandi. What is the conclusion out of this simple story? Yeah? Only one conclusion. You do what you do, you will always be condemned. You will always be criticized. There will be no one who will appreciate you. Some will appreciate, some will say he is bad. Whatever you do, are you doing then things for some people? Am I doing something for some people?
Sir, in one line, कुछ तो लोग कहेंगे.
लोगों का काम है क्या? But lots of saying the other day when I was talking in the faculty or summit, I said, na, आगे भी जाने ना तू पीछे भी जाने ना. That also had the message, no? कुछ तो लोग कहेंगे, but do we really implement that in our mind? And I will change the way you think. So, you will always be criticized. Whether both of you sit on Nandi or one person sits on Nandi, they will say this is bad, somebody will say this is good, he did the right job, and somebody will praise me, say he is good. question is, what are you looking for? Am I looking to be told I am good? That is a vital question. Am I looking for that or something else? Everybody is looking that I be told I am good. By boss, by wife, by husband, by son, by brother, by sister. All of us are looking, whole day looking at that we are appreciated and told I am good. But is that what you are looking for? Because if you say that somebody will say you are good, the other will be always be there to say you are bad. My office staff will say there will be a lot of more people to criticize me than say I am good. But am I looking for that? आप लोग क्या ढूंढ रहे हैं? You also think about it. It's your journey of life. I'm not talking to you today as an employee of Sage University, working here. I am talking to you as a person to be happy, healthy, in a healthy state of mind. So now give me an answer that when you are at home or in the office or in any place, are you looking forward to become good? Or you are looking to be told to be that you are good? There is a difference. In whose eye you have to be good? If she tells me, sir, you are very good as a VC, he says, no, you are useless. In whose eyes you have to become good? You don't search for to be told that you are good, you search to become good. Tell yourself that you are good. Don't ask for certificate from X, Y and Z. You become good and say to only yourself and ensure that you are good. Because there will always be कुछ तो लोग कहेंगे लोगों का. So today I have tried to give you 4 or 5 simple lessons to live a happy and a healthy life of disengagement, happiness and getting out of being monkey. Why we go to temple is a simple fact that we forget our monkey mind. Temporarily, as long as we sit in that company, our alpha, beta, gamma waves are in a different state. Mostly we are in theta or in delta state. One way to get into theta and delta state is drive a car from Bombay to Delhi. You will not remember a single road, you will not remember a single street because you are into theta state of mind. You will never remember anything at that time. Similarly, when you sit in a temple, your mind is out of beta state and you are almost in theta, not in delta. Delta is a sleep state that you can do. So going to temple is not religion. Going to temple is getting free from your engagement as a monkey mind. You will see a lot of people like I used to see every day because I was in Haridwar. People going for Kavadiya, very, very euphoric, carrying water, carrying these things on their shoulder, even they're walking 15-20 kilometers, they're in a high state of euphoria because they have no monkey mind that time. Their mind is only engaged in Lord Shiva, in Ganges water. But if your mind is engaged in admissions all day and all night, or even at 11 o'clock in the night, your mind really is going to be monkey. So what he does, he plays table tennis. Huh? He disengages himself. I disengage myself by listening to music. I definitely disengage myself. So my purpose as a friend was to tell you, don't condemn, don't criticize. कुछ तो लोग कहेंगे, become good, don't be monkey, don't carry a monkey mind, be free from troubles, be free from not my troubles, your troubles. You are mentally in troubles because you have created your troubles. Nobody else has created the troubles. There is no unhappiness all the time. There is happiness also. How you see it, how your mind sees that there is a grass. We always say grass is greener on the other side. If you can see happiness even in a sky where there is a moon or there are stars, you get happy. If you don't want to see that, you are not happy. And how strongly you engage yourself decides the way your life is going. The story of Soichiro Honda is very, very interesting. Honda was in 1945, World War time. He developed this motorcycle. You know how? He failed 4 times. He was working for Toyota company developing piston rings, but his factory, once because of the tsunami and once because of the bombing by the American, this got spoiled. One day when he was, and during the bombing process, what used to happen, the aeroplanes come in order to lose weight, will dump the petrol tanks in the ground and then go away. Extra tanks they will carry. That tank he fit in his cycle and it became a motorcycle. Then he sold to his friend. Then he wrote to 8,000 people who were distributors of cycle that I have such a technology. 5,000 people responded. 1,800 gave him money and he became Honda motorcycle. So 4 times a man has failed. Today you might think Honda is a big name, but in 1945 Honda was an ordinary person, working. But he was always engaged. So secret of success is something to do how well you are engaged in your task. Whether a good task or bad task, it doesn't matter. But if you can engage your mind into what you want to do, then you can do everything. I engage my mind in your IMS case. Very simply. It is simply mental engagement. Yes, I must stop this. Had I not engaged my mind, it would not have. So all activities in your life are performed because of your engagement of mind. Not only academic activity, even your private, personal life, how you carry it is carried out by your engagement of your mind in its time. And those who can do good, fast engagement can become successful. Those who do half-heartedly, they can come to the end. How big is the resolve? I was a chain smoker, but the resolve was, why theory? I told myself I will have a cancer if I continue to smoke. Why should I not give it up? That day I realized, tuck. The resolve has to be there. Well, thank you. We will open up the discussion. Thank you for patiently listening to my different topic. Not asking you to do some work or cursing you with something. Rishiji, you become cheerful. Rishi is sage. Yes, sir. Any discussion? Not a question. It is an open discussion.
सर गामा स्टेट में कैसे जा सकते हैं?
You know about 7 chakras? Little. You know, we have 2 words in any philosophy. A and Ma. Amin. Omkar. They are A and Ma only. They have a vibrational energy. Is there energy around here? Yes, there is energy. Radio waves are passing, X-rays are passing, gamma rays are passing, TV rays are passing. We can't see that everything. So how you direct your energy within the body, where you take it, will decide. If you can bring your energy to your Ajna Chakra, Agya Chakra, then you are in a different state. If you direct toward heart chakra, you become Lata Mangeshkar. If you direct towards heart, or if your prana leaves by heart, you have a heart attack, your prana has gone from this point. And somebody having a shit out, his prana has gone from the rectum. Now where do you take that energy will decide in what state you go. And there is a process for it. Only those who do not consider, who have kind of even desire means I have a desire to disengage must be there, resolve must be there. Coming up to here is Bodh. Bodh Gaya. You start having feeling of everything around you, you start understanding what is impeding and what is going to happen. And that is the Om state, that is the Gamma state. Very, very fast amplitude, very high amplitude, but the wavelength is very, very. While in Theta state the wavelength is very, very long, so you get into sleep state. And that Theta and Gamma, Delta and Theta state comes mostly after so many bad things also. Alcohol. You can never get into any good state with any bad things. लगता है कि अल्कोहल पी के मुझे नींद अच्छी आएगी because you have gone from a normal state to a almost is unconscious state which is theta. If you want to learn, then one has to sit together.
Just by getting aware, the way you breathe itself is very relaxing. If you just concentrate on breathing, this is what I have been.
That also has a secret. Because most people forget. The life is transiting between in and out.
Yeah.
One in and one out. And if that is out forever, you are gone. That means you are concentrating on self. The moment you start disengaging your body and mind on monkey mind, you concentrate on your breath, you are disengaging from monkey mind. That is the basic secret of meditation. That meditation is not that something, a great thing. You require purity of body, purity of mind, purity of home. You perform some asanas because your body need to get into that posture. But the real yoga is disengaging yourself from things around you. Or उस वक्त भी 100 times you disengage, 500 times the mind will go out. You try to come back, it will again go out. You say, hell with you, I am a monkey. It will never, it's not an easy process. And the moment you are able to go, I have been asking lately one question to almost everybody. Why do we sleep? I have been asking everybody. Why do we sleep? At least the people from engineering and science should be able to tell. Is anybody from engineering or science or biological science? Recharge why?
To regain the energy and to forget the things, whatever we have done in the conscious mind.
Yes, Jamna, आप कुछ कह रहे हैं. बोलो ना, मना थोड़ी है. Your heart is functioning, your brain is functioning, your mind is functioning, your liver is functioning, your kidney is functioning, your muscles are functioning, everything is functioning. There's nothing not functioning. Your intestine is functioning, रात को दारू पी के खाना खा कर के लिवर में सिरोसिस हो रही है, वो भी फंक्शन.
Dysfunctioning.
How are you gaining energy? That is a vital question you have to think. And after certain act, and after certain act in life in the night, everybody sleeps. Why? This you have again have to think. So vital question.